Just for my safety, I put on the camera. You never know, you know. The people up here are greedy and they're mean. So, you know, for safety reasons, I always put on the camera when I have to pass by people. At least that one I'm always trying to do correct, so that nothing's gonna happen to me. So if anything happens, I can't tell the police. Well, I got it on video, you know. If they see what I got, they cannot go, it's not allowed in court and stuff like that. It's always gonna be allowed if I have something on video. Like morons, you know. A river runs through it. I'm just so not interested in these people because they are animals. They just go by their instincts. They never use their brains. Like, there is a underfed cat. Maybe that cat needs some food. Maybe the stuff you throw away, like cheese shelves and stuff, the peel you could give to the cat. Oh well, you know, we're not allowed to feed the cats, so let's have her starving. That one was the situation when I got up living on this mountain. So now I am feeding those cats from time to time. I am. But I'm not gonna be like friends with them anymore. I had my little boo-boo and I'm still, you know, waiting for that cat to kind of come back. I still feel like, you know, he has just gone somewhere for another 100 days instead of just the 10 days, and now maybe he'll come back soon. It was like this when he was gone. I was always, you know, when will he come back? Opening the door, looking outside, being in the kitchen, checking the wood, the garden, the grass. So it was like, yeah, he might come back. He might be somewhere out there. And I still feel the same. I feel like on my carpet inside I shouldn't be alone. There should be the cat staying with me. He's cleaning himself and then he goes to the other room and then he sits on the chair on a sheep fur, comfortable, sleeping inside. He was like that. He would stay with me on my carpet for a while and then he would go and be the other half of the night by himself, and then early in the morning he would demand to be leaving the house. So like 5 or 6 o'clock when I was going to the toilet, I would also let him go outside, and then by 10 o'clock when the postman was due, he would also be around the house and have like his second meal. Like sometimes I give him a food 11 o'clock at night and then like 6 o'clock in the morning and 10 o'clock again. So he had a lot of food. He got really fat with me. He really did. So I was actually worrying to take him to a vet for a while because I was like, you know, if a vet sees how fat he got, he might scold me for overfeeding a cat. But doing so I was right, because with his kind of eating problems he got before he died, you know, he was losing a lot of weight real quick So 10 days he was gone. So when he came back, I'm sure he hadn't eaten because no one gives him food but me. So he was not eating for 10 days. So that one showed. And you know, his paws, the how small and fragile they looked in the end. And he was always resting his head on his paws. He was always having his front paws going in like this, you know. He wasn't laying on his side and just, you know, laying and you know, go like, oh, I'm so relaxed. His paws were all in and he was like, you know, waiting for the death to come. You don't want a cat to go into the darkest corner of your cellar. Go, you know, sitting there with his head towards the wall. I was just so, oh, when that one happened. Come to me, be with me. Don't go dying, please. The cat didn't know what is happening after that to him. He didn't even know that. Maybe he knew that he's gonna die, I don't know. Oh. He was a clever cat, so could be that he knew. Could very much be so. I stayed in the cellar for so long, 2-3 days, you know. Once during the night I wasn't down there because I was getting cold and I had a mat on that floor. So during day when he didn't want to go out, like for a day, this was, I thought, or 2 days, I don't know. I thought, yeah, let's stay with the cat in the cellar. So he, I thought, wanted to be in the dark because of his eyes. I didn't think first that he wants to die, and he was like always peeing. So I needed to clean the grass he was laying on. It came from my garden. I took the grass there and I put it in a yellow box, and so he could rest on that grass. And then I put newspapers in there and, you know, all sorts of things. When he was up in my room, he was peeing on 2 cover, like sheets, 3 pullovers and the sweater and the jacket, you know, 3 things. And I mean, he was really, I tried to have him comfortable, but he was peeing, and I didn't want him to be getting dirty. He looked so ill already, his fur and all. And then he got so slim, you know. Oh, his face looked so, oh, little cat, I want to help you. Eat, drink, please. He was shitting the very last day too, and he was, the day he died, he wasn't ever hungry. I guess he was, even then, taken care of by me. I would not let him be hungry. He had difficulties eating, and I know now because I had it myself, like my tongue was all hard because of some nuts I ate. Maybe the almonds gave me that kind of funny tongue, and it's not like hurting, like it's just a very uneasy feeling, and you don't feel like eating and drinking and talking. And he could sure not have drank with that tongue because he needs to make the water go into his mouth like a fountain. With a tongue like that, it's not possible. So when I had seen him outside drinking, this wasn't really drinking, it was just trying to drink. So when I was cheering because I saw him drink, that one wasn't really the real life that was happening. So you see, I'm learning. If I only had the chance to get him back and do it all perfect with him and have a nice life, you know, I want him to be back. The other 3 cats, they just remind me how nice he was. They don't let me touch them, and they don't, they are different. Yeah, see you in a while.